Every single one of us has some sort of difficulty that we face in life. These situations are often disappointing, but they're also lifelong lessons. While we all wish for a happy, peaceful life, every now and then we have to go through certain hardships that, until we address them and find solutions, won't go away. Even if we fall short in dealing with problems, if we're aware of what we're up against, we're sure to perform better. You can always better handle the challenges in your life after having a clear understanding of what they are, so today we're going to talk about them. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. Health problems. Think back to how many times you've fallen ill. Quite a lot in your life, right? The average person falls ill about 4 times a year. People never really appreciate good health until they no longer have it. In fact, we only begin to question why we complained so much when we were healthy once we notice how weak we've become. With constant stress and our many bad habits, health deterioration sets in gradually, and we often only find out when it becomes more serious. Number 2. Financial crisis. Some people say vice is not caused by money, but the lack of it. The world's financial system is not in its best state right now, and people are feeling its effect, some a little more than others. Financial crises can be life-changing, and no amount of preparation will leave you unscathed. Everyone has had some sort of money problem. Even if you haven't experienced financial ruin, you've probably been in a situation where your savings kept on dwindling. Number 3. Career pressure. The workplace should be where we effectively work on our various jobs happily to satisfaction, but that's often far from reality. Most people find their jobs the biggest hardship in their lives. You have to accommodate bosses who would prefer not to see any good in what you do. It might very well be brought about by contrasts in foundation, mentalities, and unfortunate rivalry that can bring about private issues. This can bring on unnecessary pressure and diminish efficiency. Number 4. The death of a loved one. The one issue in life that connects us all and we cannot overcome is death. Death is treated like a taboo topic in our society, and people find ways to downplay it, especially in the public. But the truth remains. Death will ultimately claim all of us, and it will also claim some people that we care about while we're still alive. It's overwhelming to lose someone and then have to accept the fact you'll never have a conversation with them ever again. No amount of preparation can fully prepare us for the hardships that come after they're gone. Number 5. Failure. Some failures in life hurt more than others and discourage or slow down our development. If you've never failed, then you haven't been living your life without trying new things. Failure is simply a part of life and it's important for development, but that doesn't make it any less painful. Failure is usually thought of as the opposite of success, since it's the state or circumstances of falling short of a desired or willed objective. Number 6. Emptiness and existential crisis. The absence of energy or emotion is the best way to describe emptiness. When you feel empty, nothing will matter to you. It'll be extremely hard to enjoy your activities, and your days will look like boring routines. Factors like changing hormonal conditions and job losses might be to blame for the experience. It can also result from any scenario or stage in life that compels you to consider your difficulties and your personal growth. Number 7. Quarrels with friends. Big fights with your loved ones are terrible. They can put you off for a long time, and sometimes a lot of damage can be done and things will never be the same again. Chances are you remember the first fight you had with your best friend, even though it happened years ago. Some people aren't so lucky, and they never get to reconcile with their friends. We all need friends in our lives, comrades in arms, as it were, that share the same understanding of life with us. Number 8. Unfair treatment. There are many people in our society that act unfairly and unjustly once they gain authority. They use their power to secure favors for those in their camp and oppress everyone else. If you haven't dealt with anything similar, well, consider yourself lucky. The loss of opportunities due to unjust treatment is a dark side that we all hope to never experience. Unfair treatment is intricately woven into our society, and there's always a chance that if it's not working against us, it's working for us, and that's a hard truth to face. Number 9. Unemployment and job loss. One day you're preparing for work, the next day you're sifting through job openings after being laid off. For a lot of people, losing their jobs can have a life-changing effect. The most common problems they have to deal with are dwindling savings, shame, stigma, alienation, and a loss of self-esteem. Depression and anxiety are genuine hazards when you're unemployed and under pressure to find a new job as soon as possible. Going for interview after interview just to be told you didn't get the job, or worse, to hear nothing at all, can have a toll on one's mental health big time. Number 10. Stigma for nonconformist views. Nonconformity is the inclination of a person to disregard social conventions and behave however they see fit. Nonconformists frequently hold views about society or the world that diverge from those in the majority. And while we make it seem like people are rewarded for thinking outside the box, it's usually the opposite. If you look at history, people that created novel solutions to problems were usually alienated and thought of as crazy until they finally succeeded. Number 11. Aging and the problems that come with it. We all hope to grow old and age like a fine wine, but nobody is ever fully prepared for what comes with it. As we age, we gradually lose our youthfulness. Your hair turns gray or white, wrinkles begin to form, and all your athleticism might start to disappear. We're reminded on our birthdays of how we fared as we chased our dreams throughout our youth. Perhaps the worst part about aging is seeing all the friends you've had your entire life begin to pass away. It reminds you of your own mortality, so all the more reason to make every moment count while you can. Number 12. Heartbreak. Many people go through the anguish of a broken relationship at least once in their lifetime. In books and movies, couples are able to get back together or simply move on, but it's not always as easy to pull off in real life. Relationship problems aren't typically fixed in 2 hours like they are on a screen, and the plots are not always neatly wrapped up with a bow. Number 13. Physical pain and scars. Physical pain, of course it always hurts, whether it's from a new injury or an old, troublesome one, and no one can ever really get used to it. In many cases, the best we can do is manage symptoms. However, scars can bring about pain even after they've healed. If you've gotten a large or noticeable scar, seeing it every time you get ready in the morning can serve as a painful reminder of the traumatic event that caused it. And if that's the case, Aluxer, speaking with a professional about these feelings is the best route to take. Something like depression. In our quest for success, we put our bodies and minds under stress for long periods of time. It's very likely that most of us alive on this planet at some point or another just wished we didn't exist. Reasons for anxiety and depression can vary from person to person, but in the end, they make us miserable even when we're with our loved ones. Depression is serious, and one should seek help if they find themselves in that position. Another thing you can learn to do is learn how to appreciate your own company. Understanding yourself will reduce the chances of suffering from depression. And while we're not trained therapists at Alux, we do have some contributing to the Alux app. We release daily sessions covering a wide variety of topics, all geared toward improving your life on multiple levels, from family and relationships to emotional health, physical health, financial and career health. If you've been feeling like it's time to start taking control of your life again, go to alux.com/app and download it today. Number 15. Family problems. Family is a blessing, but a lot of people have at least one difficult relative they have to contend with every time they're together. A Christmas holiday can turn sour, and family members might cut off communication between themselves. It's hard to live in a house where two parties are openly fighting, and you'll probably feel helpless to resolve it without picking a side. Instead, Aluxer, concentrate on establishing a wholesome, secure, and loving atmosphere for yourself. You cannot control the thoughts or actions of anyone but you. At the end of the day, if there are members of your family perpetuating cycles of abuse, instead of getting caught in the crosshairs, it is more than okay and acceptable to remove yourself and create some distance between you and them. If they compromise your mental health, taking care of yourself is always priority number one. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it kind of is what makes life worth living in a lot of cases. Experiences that we gain from our hardships make us to grow into better versions of ourselves. Life doesn't come with a manual, and we often have to learn a lot of things from pure experience. Sometimes we're unlucky and we learn important things a little bit too late. And we've actually made a video that covered a lot of the things that people learn late, called 15 Lessons People Learn Too Late in Life. Maybe you should go and watch that one next. Tell us in the comments if we left out something you think should be on this list. Thank you for watching this video, Aluxer. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this video for you to watch next. Or head over to our website for more amazing content. See you tomorrow.